Hey everybody, LilBJessup here. This isn't going to be a typical video where I'm either writing something, working on something, or just doing some random stuff. This video is more of a life update. So as you guys know, I've been in this same shop for the past 3 years. Really cramped. Just a little 17 by, I believe 10 tent shed. And in this shed, I've done a lot of projects. I've got the XR. I rebuilt this thing like I don't even know how many times. Was it 3 now? Prepped the KDX for races every time there's a race. Built the mud mower, the van, golf cart, and countless more projects. And I've shown a lot of them on YouTube. You know, this has been a really good shed. I'm glad I invested in it. The reason I'm making this video is it's time to move. I've been renting this property for going on 3 years now in a really small town. This place is really small. My house is small. It's a little house right there. This is my backyard. There's nowhere to ride dirt bikes in town. They don't even like it when I start my race bike. Shoot, even when I was riding the golf cart around, because golf carts are street legal here. People were searching for the fast golf cart. They didn't know who it was. But yeah, it's me. The reason I am moving is my landlord, she decided to sell. I told her I would buy for the right price, but in this current market we are being priced out of this area. Rent has gone sky high and we can't find what we want, so LilBJessup is moving. But we bought a nice place, and over the next coming week to 2 weeks, we will be moving. And let me tell you, things are going to get a whole lot better. If you think you've seen me do a lot of projects now, wait until I have a proper work area and ability to area to test them. I'm excited. Going from decimal acreage to multiple acres. I have a field. There's a crap ton of woods behind my house. Got a 2-car garage, multiple sheds, and a lean-to to store all my plethora of projects. Since I've got more acreage, I picked up this Craftsman DGT 6000. It's a deluxe garden tractor. Thing's massive. It's got a 54-inch cutting deck and 26 horsepower motor, almost as much as the Geo. Wild. No, I won't be modifying that thing to go faster, do wheelies. That will just be making the yard look good. This shop goes to show you can do a lot of things with not very much. You know, this shop was $150 from Harbor Freight with a coupon. I've gotten 3 good years out of it, no major rips. There's a couple of holes here and there, a lot of spiders. Hi, little buddy. The door is mainly falling apart. I am going to keep this frame, going to turn it into a greenhouse. The floor in this thing, I got some free rubber mats. They were like playground chunks that are cut up, and they worked really good, except for now I got to remove them, and I don't want to take them with me, so I'm just going to chunk them. But these things are heavy. So I'll be dragging these things out, getting rid of that, boxing up everything, and putting it on this 6x12 trailer that needs a new deck, but it'll work. Here I'm up here with the fleet. You see my driveway is really small. For sale sign, front porch, house. And here's the trusty steed, the KLR. This thing hasn't moved since the TAT trip, which is very sad. Need to break her out and go on a good old adventure. The van takes up dang near a quarter of the backyard. It's ridiculous how small this yard is and how infested with mosquitoes it is. Look how big this slug is. Monster. Got Casey for backup. We've made decent progress. Look, dirt. It's hot too. We've got a good majority of the mats loaded up already. Just look at all this room. My too tall workbench is still too tall. When I get to the new place, I'm gonna cut this thing down a little bit. Gonna make myself an ultimate garage. Buying that dolly was a power move. So glad I did it. Just taking a little breather. I want to show you how many XR200s I have. So I've never paid more than 190 bucks for an XR200, and I bought 3 of them. I bought one that was most likely stolen for 70. I got another one for 190 and another one for 150, and I bought a motor for 50, and it was shipped to me for 20. That's the motor I bought. This is another motor. Another motor. I have a problem. I've also got some forks and CR125 parts. That was a project I've never shown, actually. I picked up this, I think it's an either 94 or 96. Goodness, don't walk into that. It's a horsehead spider doing something crazy. Picked up the CR frame and I was going to do an XR CR conversion. 95. And I think that would be a pretty sweet bike. I just haven't had time to do it. But here she is. That was really cheap. It was just down to space. I started working on it and had the engine mocked up in there using that one right there. Who knows? I would love to take an XR200 and whoop PJ's ass with it. Almost did it before. I will do it before the end of this dirt bike season. I've got my Diamondback back there buried. Sat for too long. We did it! Not once to give up. We got all the rubber out. Made a low rider too. Goodness. Want to do it? Want to unload it and do it again?
No.
So I've pulled everything out that was laying out, and I'm washing it all just to get the cobwebs and random dust off. Got all these toolboxes I washed. Geo parts, XR parts. I'm even using the van as a as just more storage. This is, well, majority of my shed is going to fit. That's why I stopped working on it, because I know I've got this big space, and man, this can move some furniture, let me tell you. Good thing about a van is you can stuff them full of crap. This is my shed. Everything that fit in the shed is almost in here, except for the toolbox and such. But yeah, that's a lot of crap. This thing's an absolute beast. Can't even tell it's like loaded down, packed to the gills. The shed is mostly cleared out. Today is ramping up to be another scorcher. But today is the last day that this will be standing on this property. The end of an era. No more LilBJessup tent shed. We are moving on to bigger and better things. So I'm going to get to ripping. Well, I'm gonna keep the back, keep the top for right now. But that top, the front has got to go. Because look how flimsy this is. Dry rotten. The rest of this thing that's been under shade its whole life. That's probably why the mosquitoes are so dang bad. Oh, we're going to get it up. So these are the last bolts holding this thing together. Hey. PJ? Oh, I've
Hello,
killed.
everybody.
Look who it is.
I'm back.
Support. You want to yank this cover? Let it come crashing down. All the potential that I've done in here, all the projects, come to a close. The end of an era.
Without that workbench,
Yeah.
a lot more space. These edges.
Oh, there's a wasp nest. Hey man, my shop got bigger. Yeah, I gotta dig up that thing. You came for the best part. Before it just to fall apart.
Done. What have you been doing this whole time?
Well, I had all these bolts to remove. Well, the shed is no more. All the thingies, the tie downs have been dug up. Metal's here. Going to throw it in his van. To be moved to a new place. The end of an era. Thanks to PJ for destroying this thing. Look at those.
I don't know why my hands are so shaky.
Oh, sweet. Got like 3 feet of air.